story about a king of Gammon, thick, meaty, and mean. Sit back, and I will tell you. My language is old, as is this story. On St. Crispy's Day in Pink Land did we lay. For so long, they said, did we slumber among the mountaintops, remote island and caves. For an eternity the lands were quiet, the fields and woodland lay still. Stories of our king had been told, but he was forgotten by many, remembered by few. What words were spoken still kept the magic of the Gammon King. Did he return? Shall we be lifted? But the people said, we are in fear. We have great dread. This land is in peril. Gammon King lay in sight, but only his one eye was open, like a slumbering cat by the warm fire, biding his time. His sleep stretches to the far edges of the land, across field and beach alike. When he breathes, the land does too. When the tide is in, his breath is in. But the people said, we are in fear. We have great dread. This land is in peril. Then in fanfare and triumph the king did awake properly, for this country ached to be woken. He seized the prize. Aloft did his colors and banner held high. We shall be crimson, for people had visions of our broken lands, and of a great horror to be. Did we see the energy of renewal or past stories, retold and baked anew? Only we saw a great feast which we could sit, take our peace amongst our brothers, red-faced and happy. But the people said, we feel unwell. Now no adventure is but plain sailing, the king did say. To all our brothers we agreed. Shall we not be so confident to know the line to freedom can be uneven, like a drunken rockery? Let the battle commence upon the lands and those who chose to dam the rivers of joy for this drought nation. The people said, we feel better. After many years the Gammon King did toil. He finally brought forth the army of truth. Naysayers did banish beneath his shiny shins. In revel and hope did the many dance and raise a glass, for victory was won. The jubilant country caught its breath and was happy. But did this take a huge toll on the Gammon King and his brothers in blankets? The people did blink, and some said a magic trick, for it felt the same as before. And so the Gammon King did return it to his slumbers. Did he lay down again? Many and few will talk as much battle and sleep are his great strength. For the trifle he does yawn and correct his dressing. But still the people said, we are in fear. We have great dread. This land is in peril. For the Gammon King can do no small beer, and for our woes, he cannot even touch his toes. This weakness, for a half-turn, unable to stoop, but he attacks his enemy head-on, his supporters scream, death to enemies of enemies, war of wars, for the Gammon King. His feet tread a well-trodden path and navigated by deep scars in our land, till one day news did come of a new menace to our lands. It came from above, and by which we breath, crashing our shores. All shouted, Gammon King, our lands are anew with peril. Did Gammon raise his army and shout, who did try to contain our lands? We shall meet them with force. No one did enter this land in millenniums. The storms raged and air breathed fire. The sea crashed 1,000,000 times. We are in fear. We have great dread. This land is in peril, the people said. Gammon King marched his men to the beach of Vest. Did he set upon the cliff, surrounded by his chiefs of war? They decided the best course of action for Gammon King would attack head on, and a deadly blow the king would strike. Standing strong, with words of ancient that he recited, for which no one knew, he saw the elements poisoned above. Raging with fury, he marched to the edge of the cliff. He lay blow upon blow to this elemental fury, but it didn't falter. Gammon King took deep breath. Still no victory was for him. In a moment did the Gammon King smile, but gone from the cliff by a mighty hand of elements with more bluster than the gammon did ever speak. The wind screamed more, the sky red and gray, and people sneezed goodbye. All his armies raced to the edge looking for the Gammon King. Hey, need! Nothing, not a trace. Then all the armies, they did go the same way as Gammon King, vanished by deviled elements beyond natural order. Now the land is soaked and broken, and those who are left did ask, what good did those gammon do on St. Crispy's Day? We are in fear. We have great dread. This land is in peril, the people said. Have we been tricked again?